guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then hello, welcome. Right, it's been a hot minute since I've actually sat down and just played with makeup. I didn't really know where I was going with this look. I just wanted to literally sit down. There's a few products that I hadn't used yet and I just wanted to try them out. It's been a while. The last makeup video was my birthday, which is nearly a month ago, and that was just a normal sort of makeup look anyway. So yeah, that is today's video. We created this look on my face. Obsessed with it, can I just say. Very impressed with how this come out, and it's been so lovely to just sit and chat to you again about makeup. This is where I started, why I started YouTube, the makeup, so I needed to bring it back. So yeah, that is today's video. Before we get into it, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and yeah, if you want to see how I got this look with what products I use, then please keep on watching. Hi guys, we are back. Obviously the background looks a little bit different. This is obviously the new room that, if you've not seen in my bedroom transformation video, this is what it now looks like, and I have changed my filming setup. So yeah, let me know what you think. Apologies now if anything's off a little bit, just because I am just testing this out first time today, so we're just gonna be getting used to it, do you know what I mean? And I feel like I'm really sat back because I think this chair's a little bit too high, but we're gonna give it a go, you know. I will come closer when I want you to see something and all like that. So we're going back to the basics, you know. I'm using the Weleda Skin Food as my moisturiser. This stuff, I'm obsessed with it. Like, it's the best moisturiser for dry skin. My skin literally is glowing when I put this stuff on, and it just like keeps the moisture. I find a lot of the time, like, I'll put on a moisturiser and within like 10 minutes it's dry again. Like, I actually put this on first while I do my eyes, let it properly soak in so that I'm ready to do the base. Normally I have to like put the moisturiser on, then the foundation, like straight away, to get that moisture, if that makes any sense. So for eyes, I've already done my brows. We've soaped them. I feel like I've still got a bit of the lamination in them, so they're really easy to do at the minute, but I still do put the soap in there just to hold it down. I'm obviously then going in with the P. Louise base for my eyelid primer, because we are going to do a bit of colour today. I've not used the palette that I want to use today just yet, so I'm going to give that a go. But I'm just carving out my brows and then just patting that all on. I've done a few like Instagram looks, but I've just been really busy. It's really hard to actually fit everything in at the minute, so finding time is a little difficult. But I feel like what I'm gonna do for the time being is definitely focus on getting at least 2 uploads a week, because I found myself like the 3rd upload like slipping. And I know I started to do the vlogs, not to say I don't enjoy the vlogging, I love vlogging, I do really enjoy it, but then doing it every week, I didn't want to lose the fun of the vlogging, because like I upload my vlogs on a Sunday and then back Monday I'm filming again, and it did just feel like, okay, my whole life is on camera. I mean, it's cut down to 40 minutes from a whole week, so it's not my whole life, but it was constantly like thinking about the camera, do you know what I mean? So I will still do weekly vlogs here or there, but I feel like when it's more exciting stuff, or like when I've not vlogged in a while and I think, oh, actually I'm in the mood to vlog this week, do you know what I mean? I didn't want to make it something that was every week. I obviously did start doing that, but then I realised I don't want to lose the fun out of it, because I have only just started doing YouTube. I don't want to feel like too much pressure to begin with. I still want to keep the fun in it and everything. So that means I'm going to try, obviously I'm going to stick to 2 uploads a week for sure. If you get an extra upload out of me that week, if I'm feeling generous, then bonus, but I do just feel like 2 uploads a week at the moment. That's how we're gonna do it. And like I've said in a previous video, work circumstances might be changing soon, they might not, we don't know. If that is the case, I can't say too much, to be honest, but if that is the case, then you're gonna be in for a treat, because I probably will be doing this even more full time, and that means more uploads. So we're gonna play it by ear, but for now 2 for sure. Right, anyway, for the palette we're using the Huda Beauty Neon palette. Look at that. In one of my vlogs actually, picked this up in TK Maxx for £8. They're normally like 25. Bargain. Absolute steal. We're gonna test it out today. I don't know what colours I want to go for. That purple looks good. Do you know what it is? Where I do so many looks, I try and think what I've not done recently, and I don't feel like I done blue on Monday, so I feel like I've not done a purple look in a while, so maybe that's what we're going to go for. So I'm going to start with the darkest purple, and I'm picking this up on my Doll Beauty DB13 brush. It's a blending brush, but just like a really smaller, more focused blending brush, and I'm going to focus this just on outer corner. Now, I've used a lot of Huda Beauty palettes, so I know that I do like them, so I'm hoping this is the same. To be fair, I've used her like bigger ones, not actually used any of her £25 ones, so, but I know a lot of makeup artists like love them. It's a beautiful purple. Can you see that? It's like more of like a pinky purple, but I suppose the more you build it, the deeper the purple. So we're just gonna keep building this up, and I'm gonna make it like more winged out. So what I like to do is bring it up this way and then connect it through my crease. I love more of a winged eye look rather than rounded. It really does depend on like eye shape and what you think suits you. That is beautiful colour. See that? Wow. And sorry, look at my skin from that cream. Glowing. The weather's a bit I feel like the weather woman when I come on my my videos, because I always comment on the weather, but I feel like it plays a big part in your life, you know. I'm one of them people, like my mood depends on the weather. The other couple of days where it's been rainy, I'm literally like, I don't want to go out, I don't want to leave my bed. But today the sun is shining and it's just so much better. And then with my DB6 brush, so literally looks the same, but it's just a little bit bigger, a bit more fluffy. I'm gonna, this shade, this lilac shade, wow, I'm gonna buff it out with this. One thing I love Huda for, which I can't wait to put on, is their glitters. I've spoke about them before on my channel. They're a pressed pigment, but they're chunky, so they are like more intense than like usual, and yeah, they're just unreal. Like I literally don't have to use a pigment with them, you can just use them on your own. So I'm just buffing that colour out with this lilac. I don't actually use that many pigments anymore. I think if you've got good pressed pigments, you don't need to, and I've obviously tried and tested so many now, like I know what ones are good and what ones aren't. I think where I, especially on clients and stuff, like I am more like a soft glam kind of gal, I just love that look rather than like an intense loose pigment. I'm just going back in with that darker shade just to reinforce that colour, and then back with the lilac just to buff this out. So also with my uploads and stuff, I might change the days just to like spread it out evenly. Obviously at the moment I try to do like Tuesday, Thursdays and Sundays. I might stick to like Tuesdays, but then maybe do like a Friday, so you've got like an in-between gap, like the same, rather than have it all in the week like Tuesday and Thursday and then not have an upload for like 5 days, because then it just defeats the object of me trying to like lessen the load. Really lovely palette, to be fair. They're blending lovely, and like even that lilac, some lilac they just get a bit lost in like where they're quite a light colour, but I feel like you can really still see the purple in this as its own colour rather than just like blending into the skin. Interesting to see this when it comes off though, because I feel like we could have a staining moment. So this is what we're working with so far. I'm then gonna put one of these glitters on. So it's got 9 shades in here. 4 are matte and you've got 3, I mean you've got 4. Wait, what am I going on about today? There's 9 in here. 5 are mattes and then 4 are your glitters, pigments, pressed ones, you know. I think I'm gonna go in with this one at the bottom first. So it's a purple, but it's more of like a lighter purple. I would just say be careful, because the glitters are more like chunky. They do fall apart a little bit when you pick them up. And then I'm just gonna like cut my crease, but just with this glitter, just to make it more soft. Look at that. Wow, that is such a lovely colour. It's a bit like iridescent-y, like bluey purpley. I'm then gonna go back in with the darker shade and blend this just to make it more seamless, and just go around that edge just to deepen it. And then I'm not going to pick up any additional product. I'm just gonna buff this out. I'm gonna flip the side of this brush and I'm gonna take the darker purple as well. Just feel like it needs a little bit of deepening, so I'm just gonna lightly press over all the same places just to like build it up, make it more deep. Oh, stunning, look at that. Of course, I'm then going to add a wing, but I'm just going to do a brown wing. So I'm using, this is my favourite eye pencil. It's the Inglot Kohl pencil. A nice deep brown. You know me, definitely prefer more of a brown eyeliner compared to black. Especially when you're doing a bright colour like this, sometimes black's a bit like too harsh. So I only draw a little bit and then I will get an angled brush just to like buff it out, because I obviously prefer it more soft, you know the drill. So I'm just gonna drag up first and then make the triangle by pulling it down. It really does help to have a good pencil. Like, it does need to be nice and creamy so that it just glides on. If it starts getting like stuck and like more pulling on your eye, like you're not gonna get that soft eye look. So then obviously I'm just going over it with an angled brush just to properly blend it out. And then what I will do is, at the moment you can sort of see that my eyeshadow comes a little bit lower than the wing, but I will clean that up so that it's nice and sharp. So I will get my micellar water, a little cotton bud. I will clean it up like this first. Different if I was using like browns and they wouldn't really make a difference, but because I am using purples, obviously you want to get rid of it before you then lay down like your concealer to clean it up, because otherwise you might get like more of like a purpley concealer. So just really simply just dragging that up like that. You see that that is so much sharper. And then, like I said, I will go over that with concealer just to extra sharpen. Oh, look at that glitter. Huda Beauty glitters are honestly the best. So, yeah, I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do the other side, stick some lashes on, and then we'll be back to do our skin. Both eyes are done. And now we go on to the skin. Right, so, during that ad break of me doing the other eye, this thing smashed even more. So I love this, but I don't know if you remember when I got it in the Look Fantastic, it arrived and it was already smashed. Yeah, it smashed even just more. I've got to be very careful with that. It's very temperamental. Right, so for foundation, I'm going to go in with the EX1 Foundation. Again, probably see me get this in a haul, and I have used it a couple of times. I do really like it. You can tell I've not sat down and done a video in ages because it's just going from bad to worse. It went on the new rug. Anyways, yeah, I have used it, but I haven't used it on camera, I don't think. So we're gonna use it today, and I'm all over my top. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Sydney. Give up. Oh, and I'm still using this Superdrug, like the B by Superdrug foundation brush. I love it. It is my favourite to use on myself. I just feel like it gives you such a smooth airbrush finish. So I'm really like patting that in. I love this foundation because it's full coverage and it's not like your typical dewy foundation, but then it is quite liquidy, lightweight at the same time. I don't know how to explain it because it's got coverage. It's definitely not a dewy foundation, but it has definitely got more of a lightweight feel to it, and it's obviously still really full coverage. Like, there's still a glow to this foundation. That's why I love it. For concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Nars Soft Matte Concealer. This is nearly out, but I would say it's definitely lasted me quite long. Like, well, it's actually lasted me for ages. I've used it so much on clients and everything, so definitely better than the creamy concealer. I loved the Nars creamy concealer, but I mean, I've said this so many times, it just runs out so quickly, whereas this soft matte one, it's lasted. I think where it's in a pot and it's a little bit thicker, I'm just cleaning up that wing now, by the way, guys. So then we're going to drag it all the way out like we normally do. It just lasts so much longer. I am due such a big Look Fantastic order, and payday is next week, and let me tell you, I cannot wait. To be fair, I have fell off the wagon with the Look Fantastic thing. I mean, I put the odd thing up here or there, but I've had so many people messaging me like, have you still got a code of Look Fantastic? And I do. I just, again, like, finding time to put things on my story for it. Like, I've definitely been feeling a bit behind with stuff at the minute. I mean, I'm constantly doing stuff, but you know when it's just like, I'm doing stuff, but it's still not as much as I would like to be doing. So I do still have a code of them. I will leave it on the screen for you, but let me tell you, payday, I'm going to be doing a big order. A haul will be coming, because them hauls on YouTube today are like my Superdrug hauls, my Look Fantastic hauls. You just love me spending money, I think, because they do so well. Everyone loves them. I always get new subscribers from that video because they'll comment on it and be like, I've just subscribed, like, you just love them. So let me tell you, when it's payday next week, that is the first order I am doing, because to be fair, I need some stuff, because I am actually now starting to really run low of this, and I'm going to get a few more shades. There's quite a bit that I need, so I'm just buffing this out. More so like patting this as I'm buffing, just because then it's gonna still add to the coverage, and I don't want to pick up any of the underneath foundation. And then I'm just gonna go over it with my beauty blender. Stunning. Love this skin. When I love something, I find myself using it all the bloody time. I'm a creature of habit. I mean, I do, because I have so many favourites, I do try to alternate it. Like, one day I'll be this favourite, then it'll be the other favourite. So I do try, but I found what I love. But that's why I want to do a Look Fantastic order and Superdrug, because I love finding new products as well. I'm then going to go in with my BarryM All Night Long. So I've actually started putting it on my face. Well, again, I change it up. It sort of depends what brush I use, because I'll show you in a minute, but if I use my Molly O'Brien P brush, so it's like an angled, dense brush, I put it on first, the cream contour, because this brush is so good for like buffing it out, that it don't matter if it stays on your face and sits there for a little bit, if that makes sense. And like where it's angled, it literally gets right where, like, look how easy that blends out. And just patting motions right where that angle is. Obviously it helps that this cream contour is still another favourite of mine. It's so creamy, it blends so easily. And then back in with the sponge, always. For cream blush today, I'm going to go in my Stila in Petunia. I'm just going to use my finger and just tap on my apples of my cheeks and bringing it up. All gonna add to your contouring. You want to bring it all the way back. Follow where you've put that contour. You don't want to just have it on your cheeks, because it won't add to that effect. I'll just use my finger with this. It literally blends so easy, and because it's so pigmented as well, you literally need the tiniest bit and it makes a difference. For powder today, I'm going to go on my Laura Mercier. I've been back using this, and I mean, I always did use it, but on myself I was going crazy with the Jordana t-shirt. But I've been back using my Laura Mercier, and it, oh, I love that though, when you don't use a product for so long and then you go back to using it, it's like, remember why I loved you so much. It honestly creates the smoothest under eye ever. The Jordana t-shirt, that does as well. Like, there's no doubt about it. My three powders that I do use, constant, Huda, Laura and Jordana, they all amazing powders. So just baking with this. Same on the other side. I feel like with the Laura as well, you do get such a good bake from it. Some powders just haven't, I don't know why, but they just don't work as well for baking. So smoothing, like, it's crazy. So I only really bake under my eyes and here. Like everywhere else I push the powder in. Don't know why, I just prefer it like that. I'm gonna go in with my Dull Beauty Gimme Sun. I can't remember what shade I've got. I think I've got dark. I'm just gonna pat this on, making sure I'm bringing it all the way up. Bit on the forehead. And then we're gonna bake underneath. And then for my brows, of course, I'm going in with the Morphe. I don't know if I picked up the wrong ones. I got Definer brow pencil rather than their micro brow pencil, I think, or something. They're still just as creamy, just as good. It's just the tip, like the shape is different. So it's more of a flat, straight one, if that makes sense. But it still works. I mean, I don't do a lot to my brows anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go along the bottom and then just brush them up, just to do a few hair strokes and fill in any gaps. Big and bushy, you know, that's how we like our brows. And then same on the other eye. They're still quite dark from the tint, because I go in between like Java and Latte with the brow pencils with Morphe. This is obviously Java, so it's a bit more darker. But Latte I normally use when I've not got no tint on. But like, that is the brow routine done. Honestly, when people ask me about my brows, even without the lamination, normally I do have them tinted anyway, but like I don't do a lot to them. So stick them bad boys down and then I literally do the tiniest bit of brow pencil. But I'm just gonna wipe this bake away. Wow, what a smooth under eye. And then on my Molly O'Brien Ava brush, I'm just gonna go back in with that bronzer and just do a little bit of nose contour just down the sides of my nose. And then just to blend it again, I always go back in with a little bit more bronzer just because I don't like to have any harsh lines. Stunning. And the blush, I want to go in with this, but we've got to be careful. So I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Cali Kissed, and I'm going to just do a mixture of the two blushes. They're very pigmented, so you don't need a lot. Like, very pigmented. Definitely going to be blending this out a little bit. I'm obsessed with these eyes. Can we like just bring back crazy eye days when we actually go out? I feel like I love all these looks, but I couldn't rock it out. People would be like, fucking hell, look at her face. She's gone all out. Hydrating mist, almost out of another one. Like, guys, this stuff, wow, the nicest feeling ever. When I'm hungover, just that on my face. Wow, it just really hits the spot. Right, and then for highlight, although they're broken, I'm gonna go in with these two down here because they're like the pinkier ones and I feel like it will match the blush very nicely. Whoa, they are blinding, but feeling it. Very nice highlighters. Shame that they've broken, but we can still make it work. Love that. That's our base done. We're nearly there. We're just going to finish off the eyes and I'll go back in with my Huda palette. So on my Morphe, what is this? An M326 brush. So really tiny brush. I'm going to go in with the darker purple and I'm going to run this along my lash line. And then just on this Unicorn Cosmetics brush, it's quite thick, but I'm literally just going to take, because it's like pointed, the tiniest bit on the point and just buff this out. And then I'm going to go back in with my Inglot and do my waterline just to tie the whole brown liner together. So I'm just looking down here, sorry. Just makes such a difference when it really ties it in together and you can like properly see your eye shape when you do that. Just the little touches, you know. Just some bottom lash mascara. I'm using the Revolution. See, I don't lie when I say I like things. I've been using this constant. It's been so nice to just sit, talk about makeup again, and I feel like I actually do better when I'm filming makeup. Right, and then I'm gonna go in with my BarryM lip liner in Russet and line these lips, top lip. And then I'm gonna go in with Dull Beauty Doled Out. I bought some more, well I think I've got all of their shades now. This is like a really pale pink. Just mix that with the lip liner. And then I'm gonna go in my Kiko Lipgloss in 17, so it's darker, glittery, pinky shade. Oh, I love this makeup. I know I say it all the time, but Wish I could just rock this out. Look at that. Woo! And then I'm just going to spray my face with the Morphe, the best setting spray. And because it's a mist, you don't have to worry about like it splattering and ruining the makeup. Love it. Oh, let me zoom you out now. That's better. Yeah, this is the finished look. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with this palette. Very, very impressed with it. I cannot lie. Obviously, I've only used like the purple shades, but if the purples have come out like this, and purples are quite a difficult colour to actually master in a palette, but I love the way this has come out. So then the pink are obviously going to be insane as well. It's been so nice to sit, play with makeup, just to get back into the groove. Obviously I love doing all the other videos, but this is why we started this journey. But I'm back. The makeup videos will definitely be making an appearance again, so comment down below what sort of looks you want me to see, if there's any like things you'd like me to cover, like tips and things like that. Yeah, this is the look. I hope you enjoyed it. I will link all the products down below that I used. You can use my Look Fantastic code on most of them. I will put it next to it, the ones that you can use it with. But yeah, this is the makeup look. Before you leave, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah.